Hi everyone, it's Bern here again with another project share. This is a lovely wall hanging that I just completed. It is a custom order for a friend of mine who is an opera singer, and she inspires to be like Joan Sutherland, and so she wanted a wall hanging with Joan Sutherland on it. Joan Sutherland is an opera singer from way back, and she had a very famous career. Very pretty lady, and here she's playing the part of the Queen. And just to give you a little bit of information about the wall hanging, I make it the backing with two pieces of brocade-like fabric, which is kind of like an upholstery fabric. It's quite heavy. And in between, I put a thin piece of quilt batting just to keep it stiffer and from bending. I find that it just sits better with the quilt batting inside or in between. And then the brocade is covered with some ivory colored lace on the front and the back. It's lovely thick lace. And around the borders, I've sewn two pieces of beautiful vintage lace all the way around the border, and at the bottom too, all four sides. And the back, which I'll show you in a bit, is also, I've also embellished it just to make the back pretty as well. The center is, the picture is printed on fabric as well, and I'll just hold it up here so you can see it closer. And it's also padded underneath so that it gives it a little bit of a three-dimensional look. This part here I like to sew as well. I sew all this first and then I sew it onto the backing just so that it stays better in place. I like to sew as much as possible on my wall hangings or anything that I make, just so that it's more stable, and especially if you're selling it to someone, you don't want it to come apart. So this has some vintage lace on this side here, and then I've got another type of thinner or narrower vintage lace around the opposite side. There's this pretty brooch here in the corner, and the ruffle here is handmade as well. It's some beige bridal satin, which is very pretty. And around the sides here, I've also embellished it with, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, it's the same lace that I have around the borders. I gathered the lace and put it behind, and then behind that there's some beautiful Battenberg lace. It's a gorgeous vintage Battenberg lace, and it's embellished with flat back beige pearls. Around the side here, I also have the same Battenberg lace that goes all the way around the side, and on top of that there's a beautiful piece of an applique from a bride dress, and it's covered in little pearls and seeds and beads. It's just beautiful. And in the corner down here, I have there's a flower that I made. There's a fan effect here, and then here there's some dangle and a metal dangle that I made with, it's like a charm, and there's pearls and crystals on that. This is handmade, and then there's some little doilies underneath it, and a little fan at the top here made with like a gold, there's little gold fibers in this cloth here. And the center here is made of pearls, and I make those as well, and I wire them together so they don't fall apart. And the Battenberg lace, I've got Swarovski crystals embellishing that part. On this side, I have a cluster of handmade roses that I made, and there's dangles here that are made with lace and ribbon, and there's this little beautiful dangle that I have, and it's got little roses on it. Very pretty. And there's 3 dangles that I made, again with the chain and pearls and real crystals hanging from it, which just makes it very pretty. In the corner here, there's this pretty brooch, and it is pearl center with some rhinestones around. The center of the picture here is embellished with a strand of little pearls. The bottom, the skirt, I also like to make separately. I've made the skirt separately, and then I attach it by sewing it to the body of the wall hanging. The bottom part has this beautiful flounce, which is like an accordion kind of chiffon material, and it gives it, just makes it fluffy and pretty. And then there's layers of this vintage lace on top of it, embellished with flat back pearls. There's a braid across the bottom that separates the skirt from the body of it, and so you don't see the seam line here. And I'll turn it over and show you the back. The back has the same lace as I put on the front. It's a cream-colored, beautiful lace. And I'll just hold that up closer so you can see that. And then I put some fringe trim here, and all the way around the circumference I've placed this rope trim, and it's got little gold pearls entwined in the rope. The center of it has, I've embellished it with bridal appliques as well, with the flat back pearls, and these are all from a bride dress, and another little floret that I've got here in the corner. Here's the cotton lace doily trim that I put all the way around the backing, and I'm holding it up with a hanger. As I said, it's quite large and quite heavy. And I think that's all I have to say about the wall hanging. I hope you all like it. And please feel free to leave your comments and subscribe to my channel. And this is New Year's Eve, and I hope you all have a very happy new year. And I hope 2016 brings everyone happiness and joy. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.